welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching season 4 episode 8 of Sex Education. Deep breaths in. I have reached the finale of one of my favourite shows of all time and I'm very scared. There is a reason I put this off for so long. For one thing, it's because I'm scared to see the end. Another thing is because I don't want it to end. And another thing is because this season just hasn't been the same as it has been before. And also a bunch of other personal stuff that has stopped me from filming for a while as frequently as I want to. But I've reached the day. I've got my tissue box ready. As always, to be honest. I'm very nervous and excited. And one thing I did forget to mention, because I just watched episode 7, I did forget to mention that another thing I want to see from the finale is Amy's photo project. That's been building up the whole season. I really want to see that as well. That's another thing that would probably be in my top 3 slot. Last episode, we had a lot of things building up to this episode. Adam confronted his father about how his mistreatment of him his whole life still affects him to this day. He accidentally reversed a tractor and broke a gate at his job, and he instantly thought, when dad finds out, he's going to be mad at me, and he also thought he was going to get fired, which thankfully he didn't. But it still lingers over him. As much as their relationship has grown, it still hinders him. And he said the only reason you wanted to spend time with me is because you wanted to get back with mum, which in fairness is kind of true. But I really hope that this episode Michael proves himself to his son, which I think that would mean that he can't get back together with Maureen. So I'm conflicted about what I want here. I think I want Adam and Michael to rebuild their relationship more than anything. And if that means that he can't get back together with Maureen at this point in time, then fair enough. Maeve decided to go back to America. She had some really nice scenes with Jean, which I absolutely loved. Their first scenes in the whole entire show. I can't believe it took this long. But they were great, they were brilliant, they made me cry. And it reaffirmed Maeve's belief in herself and proved to her that other people do believe in her, that she can succeed. So she's decided to go back to America, which means that Otis and Maeve probably won't last. And so they decided to break up, I presume. They didn't actually say that, but Otis said, I don't think we can survive this, like, if you stay out there, because he'd feel like he's holding her back. And I think that's true, because I think it does hold her back from her full potential, knowing that her boyfriend is on the other side of the world and it would be hard for her to stay out there post internship. The best thing was for them to break up, but they had a lovely love scene. It was a really beautiful goodbye for them, and I'm presuming that's their last scene of the show. And what? So emotional. It's not coming to an end, guys. I know most people probably finished it months and months ago, but like, this is my ending and I already want to cry. There was a protest scene because Isaac couldn't make his way to his exam because the lift was broken again, and so he pulled the fire alarm and blocked everyone's exits to show them what it's like to be him. And they all decided to do a sit-in protest and boycott the exam, and in turn the lift got fixed. And the head teacher said that he will put more funding into the lift, which I don't know what his mindset is on why he's got all these extracurricular activities when they don't even have a working lift. But anyway, the protest worked, so we're all good. Otis and I were trapped in the lift together, and he opened up to her about his sex troubles because she kind of did probe him into submission, and then he turned it back on her and asked about her life, and we found out that she's always felt like she was an outsider, always kind of known she was asexual, but she tried to blend in so that no one could find out, and that's why she bullied Ruby in the past. So I'm really hoping that we see O and Ruby, you know, have a conversation at least this episode. It's an hour and a half episode, so this is the longest episode ever of Sex Education. I'm so nervous, guys. I didn't think I would be this scared. But I just don't want them to mess this show up. Like, this final season, I've said it many times, hasn't lived up to what I hoped it would be. But I also did think that because of how long it was since season 3. But there was a similarly long gap between seasons 2 and 3. And I think season 3 still lived up to the other seasons. But season 4, it's kind of dipped. But someone did say in the comments that the writers didn't know this was the final season. But whether this was the final season or not, I still would have thought they focused too much on the other characters, to be honest. It's not been bad, which is, you know, amazing. There are some shows that turn truly awful by the end, so at least it's not had that. But it's just not lived up to what it used to be for me. But I'm still here, it's still making me cry, I'm still loving these characters, so it's clearly not bad in the slightest. Much as I might be complaining a lot, about things I want and things that I think they should have done. I still love these characters to death, and I'm going to miss them so much once this episode is over. I'm not ready. Ooh, who's listening to some Spice Girls?
You okay?
Yeah, no, this is lovely.
She hates it. What are you doing?
Oh my god, fire! There's a fire!
Oh my god, that is extremes to get out of having sex. She's filming a proper YouTuber apology. She's back in America already. Oh my god, we better see her in the episode.
I feel like I owe you all an apology.
You owe one person an apology more than anyone. He's not gonna send that, is he? I know this man. Come on.
I'm so disappointed in the person that I used to be.
But I have learned from my mistakes.
To all of my clients, all of my followers, and all of my friends, to everyone, I'm truly,
She didn't even single Ruby out and say she's sorry to her. Come on, O, you can do better than this.
What's going on?
Oh, I thought I'd make you some breakfast.
Oh, she's getting back to her old self again.
I know it might be hard, darling, but I think she made the right decision. She was so discouraged when I spoke to her. I think she convinced herself that she wasn't good enough for the course, and well, that's just ridiculous. She's such an intelligent young woman.
Okay. Don't tell me that Otis is about to turn on Jean and go and okay. I can imagine Otis from season 1 doing it, and this will prove his growth. Is he gonna turn on Jean and be like, so you convinced her to go? You just did this because you don't want me to have anyone else in my life. Please don't tell me he's gonna do that. He's 2 years older than season 1. He shouldn't be doing that anymore. Please.
You told Maeve to go back to America.
Well, no, I mean...
She wanted to stay here with me, Mum. Everything was fine.
Darling, I didn't tell her anything she didn't already know.
Of course you did.
No, Otis. Oh, yes. Okay, Joanna has come back. That's one thing I didn't think would happen, so I'm glad about that. Otis, why are you still like this? No, you knew. I thought he realised that it was for the best for Maeve. It's about her and what she wants out of life, not Jean being an overbearing mom. Oh!
I wanted you to ask me how my day was, not therapize my girlfriend into getting on a
Well, you
plane
mean
and
reaffirm her
breaking up with
belief
me.
in herself?
Otis, I didn't know you broke
You
up.
crossed the line.
You could at least talk to her with some respect.
Oh my god! I hate you both!
Jean was so in the right there.
Just come to say goodbye and to pick up my LED face mask.
For goodness sake.
Cal?
Right, this is
Cal, can I
another
come in?
nervous point for me. Are they okay? They're not there.
I found a letter that you wrote to my mum. Her name is Roz Anderson.
He has children.
Leave my property.
No, I'm saying if it could be my dad.
I kind of expected it because there's a reason he's not in his life.
Adam, it's me again. Please call me back.
Adam inspired him!
Sorry, I haven't seen them. I've got the police, but they're just not taking it seriously.
Our first art auction. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see it. Honestly, might be my favourite couple in the whole show.
Oh God, Cal's gone missing.
This is a time where everyone needs to band together again, a bit like the funeral episode.
Cal is in a very vulnerable place right now, so we need to start searching for them straight away.
Come on, let's do this. Come on, Cavendish.
I'm very sorry.
What?
Someone looked up your college online, and we've had some complaints about your fundraiser. The college values are not something the church can support. I'm afraid the church council have decided we cannot accept your money. It's out of my hands.
I don't mean to sound against anyone's religious beliefs, but how ridiculous. The college stands for people being able to be themselves, and yes, there's a lot of queer people there, yes, there's a lot of openness there, yes, there's a lot of things I don't like about the college, but not being able to accept the money that they're raising for them out of the goodness of their hearts because There's a queer rainbow on the banner. This is why Eric has had such turmoil with his faith this season, because of this. I kept saying there's a way you can be both, but when you're treated like this, it must be more difficult than I even realised.
We tried to have sex last night, and I thought everything was sound. Then she set me blanket on fire.
He does know that she did that then.
Sounds to me like she's still feeling some kind of pressure. I know it's hard, but I think you just have to be patient.
I think you have to talk to her about it. Hey, I'm here for this group.
I would rather wear synthetic wool.
Okay, maybe not.
I did apologise.
You
To
kind of apologise to
everyone?
everyone except her.
Oh, piss off.
I just can't stand seeing you with anyone else.
Do you realise how toxic that is?
I'm gonna work on it.
No, I can't talk to you right now. I'm gonna go back to my friends.
Dump his behind, Maeve.
That's the money you need.
I slept with Dan.
Huh?
Of course you did. You don't get to just blow it up so that you can leave like you always do. Let's just stay here and we'll work on it.
You can't spend your whole life running away from your issues.
You have raised Otis so brilliantly, and you're going to do the same with Joy. I wish we'd had a mum like you.
Oh, and here's the first break of the episode.
You've not seen this person recently, have you?
Oh, yeah. They were here last night. They ordered 3 cheeseburgers and then didn't eat them.
Do you guys have security cameras?
It was just his run.
You're Ruby Matthews.
As if you remember me. Of course I remember you. Why wouldn't I?
Because you were such a bitch. I mean, you were magnificent.
Oh, his face.
Can I have a selfie?
Of course you can. If you let us take a peek at those security tapes.
You don't like me? No, I don't. I do like you very much.
This is gonna be another one.
I love you.
Oh,
And my son.
oh my god, stop. But continue, please.
I just don't like myself. And I've made you feel small because of that, and I deeply regret it.
Do you want to hug a horse?
Oh!
No.
No! Do it!
But I'd
There's one right there.
quite like to hug you.
I'm not ready for this. Okay, that is 10 times better than hugging a horse. Don't look at me. What is it about this show? It makes me cry so much. It's always the finales as well. The finales, I think I've bored my way through every single finale. And this is the last one. Oh. What a moment. Thank God they're not like me and bawling in the middle of the manure.
Are you ready to take this next step? Do you renounce all sin and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
I have something that I need to say.
Hallelujah. Speak your truth, Eric.
He's like, oh.
My name is Eric Effiong, and I'm a Christian and a proud gay man. I keep getting told that I need to wait and be patient, but I'm tired of waiting. I love myself too much to not tell my truth. So, if you love me as I am, I will be baptized.
I love you as you are, my son.
Is that it? That's such a shame. That's not how I expected it to go. Wow, I cannot believe that. There's obviously still time, but I don't think much is going to change now. I truly thought his whole journey was going to be a story of how you can have both faith and be a proud gay man. Because it does happen for some people. Like, there are Christian churches that do accept gay people. Religion doesn't mean the same thing for everyone. You can believe in the Bible, you can also believe in other aspects of life, and you can do both. But they really, I'm surprised they did that. I was really surprised actually that they showed him being outcast by the church, and now he's going to end up like Abby, although I guess he chose to leave of his free will, but in a way he did get ousted by them, so that's not nice. And his religion has been such a big part of him throughout the whole show. So yeah, very surprising ending for that storyline.
Try and breathe and remember the power of manifestation.
Abby,
I think she said fuck off. Why would you say that?
because I want you to express a normal emotion and you never let us.
It's toxic positivity that you're expressing.
I just get scared of saying how I really feel in case you guys abandon me as well. We would never reject you, Abby.
You're part of us.
You think you feel comfortable sharing some more of those more negative thoughts, Molly?
Is Otis going to withdraw from the competition?
And the reason we don't have sex anymore is because you make this really loud moaning noise every time we kiss, and it's so irritating, and it's all I can think about. And your natural toothpaste definitely isn't working because your breath just smells like garlic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought that. But no, she's really nice. Everyone's so
Backpack in the bin. In with the trash like you are sometimes.
You deserve a proper apology. I didn't really know if you actually want to hear it. What I did to you was really horrible.
Otis, what are you doing?
For what it's worth, I didn't really like myself for doing that. I still don't, and I am really sorry.
Thank you.
I got it.
Okay, that's one thing ticked off my list, and Ruby actually accepted it, so wow.
Why have they done
Oh my
this?
gosh, their phone.
Yes, he gets jealous, but he has low self-esteem. It's not his fault.
He
It's not your
abuses
fault.
you.
Does sound like he could maybe be emotionally coercive.
He's so controlling, Viv.
Love should make you feel safe. It should make you feel braver because you can be totally yourself around that person. It shouldn't be confusing and it shouldn't be scary.
I love how that's tied in with Amy's storyline.
Shit, I think I know where Cal is.
Is it that, like, canyon thing where they got high in season 3?
You will change hearts and minds and let everyone know that I love them for who they are. It will be your life's work.
Judy, get what the actor that you are.
Feels like I'm drowning. I can't wait any longer, and I wish I could make it stop because it's never going to change. I don't think the world really wants people like me in it.
We should have all done more
Mm.
to show you just how loved you are. I know that the world can be harsh, but you're not alone.
So sad. I love that they got the 3 black characters there, all with completely different stories there to support each other.
Sorry, how did you read my piece?
Ellen Rasmussen gave it to me. I remember speaking to her as part of the Wallace internship.
Oh wow, I've been kind of going off on her for being a Nepo baby, but she's actually kind of a queen.
I can send some more over to you, definitely.
That'd be fantastic. We'll be in touch.
Yes,
Okay.
go on, Maeve! This is why she's here.
I'm attracted to men and women. It's not a phase, it's just who I am. And I haven't always liked that about myself, but I want to.
Do you want to go on a date?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him!
Before I met your mum, I had an affair with a married man. It was a mistake, but I was confused.
But she agreed to raise the baby. That is very, very respectable of Sophia there. You agreed to raise the baby when they can't have been together for long.
Thought if he saw how incredible you are, he might change his mind. But he just sent them back, unopened. And then I met your mum. We wanted to raise you together.
I can't believe you lied to me.
Listen, we were trying to protect you.
Can't possibly want his father in his life. If he doesn't want him, why should he have any access to you now?
I do feel uncomfortable about some of our differences. I've never really known how to talk about it. I shouldn't be afraid of having those conversations because you're my best friend.
Seems to be the running theme of this episode, people being afraid that they'll say something and get it wrong.
Couldn't survive if I lost you.
Yay, this is number 2 crossed off the list.
You're not gonna get rid of me.
Would you care to join? Would I like to join?
Would you like to join?
He doesn't quite have the same rhythm.
Our next caller is
Joanna.
Something happened to me when I was
Oh my god.
A boyfriend of my mum's, and he...
She was 12.
I don't think I'm okay.
I'm scared that if I stop moving and I start properly talking about what happened, then it might all catch up on me and I won't be able to pretend that I'm okay anymore.
The idea is so good.
I didn't want to accept that anything was wrong. Just saying it out loud is really the first step to getting help.
The first step is the hardest, isn't it?
There's no reason for you to deal with this alone.
Sexy. Thanks, babes.
Oh, I'm glad Otis got to hear that one as well. Oh, stop. This show is so good. I don't want it to end, but I also think it needs to end before it gets ruined for good. Oh, this is the bus stop. It's the bus stop. She's finally getting rid of them.
I came to ask if you'd be comfortable with us raising money tonight for your top surgery.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. Stop, not again.
I'd love to, but I don't think I'm ready to see everyone.
I just can't stop crying.
I don't know what made you like this, and it's probably something really sad, and I hope you seek out some therapy. But if you keep on trying to contact me, I will report you.
We did find out that his dad had a stroke, didn't we? So he's clearly got some hardships, but the way he's acting is just unforgivable.
Let's start the bidding at £50.
The teacher having a 69 number. Class. For that melon? Whoa.
I've seen your photographic pieces and they're very good. Who knows how much melon will be worth in a few years?
Look at him making an effort now.
And the winner is...
Oh. Oh, really? Oh my god. Jesus. God forbid the state of Cavendish then.
This means a lot. But I cannot accept the position. It's been kind of exhausting and a bit gross.
He's just not cut out for it.
So, yeah. I'm out.
Wow. Oh, they've got an interpreter there. Oh, wow.
You guys already have a fantastic student therapist. And that made me feel threatened. This position has always been ours. So...
Why can't they just have more than one? I mean, there's a lot of students at this school.
I released that video because I wanted to destroy O. Like, she destroyed me. Nobody can be that perfect, and you're certainly not. But I've realised you're trying to make the world a better place, and that makes me want to be better.
Wow.
And I think the Cavendish thing to do would be to give her a second chance.
I'm so proud of Ruby for that.
I want the church to have more discussions about how we can be more open and inclusive.
That is a great start. Come and dance, Pastor. Come and dance.
For a hot sec, I thought he was going to turn up and say, actually, we can accept the money for the fundraiser. And I was about to be like, are you fucking serious?
You were a hero today.
We love your speech.
And I love them pants. They're amazing.
Thank you. My mum made them.
She started wearing clothes that her mum made again.
I hope we can still be friends.
I've actually got enough friends now, Otis.
Fair enough. Whoa.
We could still work together, you know.
It's okay, I don't need pity.
This is what I said. We could just have two therapists.
I'll think about it.
Hey!
I kind of hope she might have reached out by now.
You're the one that kind of dumped her. He actually
I have
asked.
decided
Whoa.
that I want to be a pastor.
Oh, so that's the meaning of that whole storyline.
Maybe we could watch some TV for a bit.
Love to see him tuning into some reality TV. What an awkward and dysfunctional family, but I love them so much now. What the heck?
Why didn't you want to know me?
Because he's a fool, Jackson. He has no idea what he's missing.
How can anyone not want to know someone as brilliant as you?
Oh, goodbye, good night, it's the end.
This is exactly how it started with them playing Smash Bros.
Sorry about yesterday. Maeve leaving was the right thing for her. I shouldn't have taken it out on you.
Thank you for apologising. It's really important that you feel all those feelings.
You have to process them.
As much as they hurt.
Thanks.
Oh, I love you, darling.
You too.
Hey, little dude.
Oh, do you know, I had a little bit of hope that would be Jakob.
Baby, that's cool.
Ah.
Congratulaciones.
Thank you for coming.
By the way, also, my sister is Joanna. I want to see that conversation. She left him a note. And he never read it?
You have the rare ability to make people feel truly seen. And you did the same for me. It was this and your relentless optimism about human beings that gave me the courage to start opening myself up to other people.
He has actually changed a lot of people's lives for the better.
I want you to know that however much it fucking hurts that we can't be together, I won't ever close myself off again. I think what I'm trying to say is, thanks for everything.
It's kind of me at this show. But I miss the house. So that's it. The end of one of my favourite shows. And I'm satisfied with the ending. I think it was a good ending. It was a good ending to this season. It didn't have, I'd say, it didn't quite have the ending punch that every sex education finale has had, though. Like, it made me cry, as they all do. But I don't know, every finale felt so spectacular. Like, there was some absolutely hilarious moments with some absolutely heartfelt moments in the midst. And this didn't feel like a final episode in that sense. It didn't have that spectacularity about it that every other finale has had, but I don't think it was a bad ending at all. I think given this what the season was, it was a good ending for that season. For the end of the whole show, I still would have liked to see where things go for some people, but they gave us a hint of where things will be going. They left it kind of open, which isn't my favourite thing. I don't love open endings, but I guess every ending is open in some way because the rest of their lives are always going to be unassumed. The Groffs are going to be trying to get their family back together, which I wanted. Joanna's staying and Jean and Otis had their conversation, which I wanted. I wanted a little bit more than that. I wanted Otis to really, like, apologise more in depth to Jean. Like, the standout scene from season 3, well, no, like a standout scene between the two of them is in season 3 when she nearly died and he truly bared himself to her. Oh, that hit me like a ton of bricks. But I wanted something like that, especially as it was like it was the final scene almost as well. So I was like, oh my god, we're ready for something big here, and it wasn't that big. But you know, we got them talking and him apologising at least, so I'll take it. They resolved everything pretty happily with O becoming the therapist, but also maybe Otis being involved. We don't necessarily know if he'll take on the job, but O posed the idea of them being friends, and I think Otis is the type of guy to do that, and he loves the sex therapy clinic as well, so I think he will do it. And Eric's storyline leading to him deciding that he wants to become a pastor. I was wondering where this storyline was going the whole season, but I'm glad it came to a worthy conclusion where he knows what he wants to do in life. The character of the homeless woman slash, I don't know, portrayal of Jesus was a bit confusing and a bit too outworldy for my taste. I guess she did serve a purpose. I'm still not really sure if she was even real. What they all did for Cal, banding together to try and find Cal this episode, I thought was really lovely. I do like it when they all, you know, all the characters come together for one cause. The fundraiser being in their name, being for their top surgery, was the absolute cherry on the top. I loved that detail. I never would have thought of that. So perfectly fit, and I wish we did get to know whether they raised enough, but again, I guess that's kind of open, of like, we just have to assume they did, assume that they raised enough that their family could afford to pay for the rest. Amy's project, we got to see the final product of that, and she finally burnt her jeans, and she did it at the bus stop. Oh my god, there have been some characters that had such amazing arcs and such unexpected ships. Like, if you'd asked me a couple of seasons ago that the endgame couples of the show are Amy and Isaac, Maureen and Michael, kind of, and Adam and Jem, I guess, but she wasn't in it, so that wouldn't have really like hit me that hard. But there was barely any endgame ships, and that is what I said at the start of the season. Like, when I reacted to the trailer when it first came out, I said I think this season will be about individuals' stories more than the relationships, which was true, and that I don't think Otis will end up with anyone, which happened. They did really focus on everyone as individuals this season. I enjoyed it in some ways I didn't as well. Like, I've always watched this show more for the characters and the dynamics with other characters, not necessarily in relationships. It's like, you know, the Otis and Jeans of it all, the Maeve and Amy's, all that kind of thing. Those kind of dynamics, Jackson and Viv. So many great friendships on the show. They really did drop the ball with some character storylines, whereas others they excelled. In these last couple of seasons especially. At the start of the show, Otis, Eric and Maeve were my top 3 characters. I mean, they were the main 3, but they were also my top 3, and I'm not usually the person that likes the main people you're supposed to root for, but with this show I always have. Whereas where we're ending now, they kind of dropped the ball with Otis's character development, and Eric, I wouldn't say they dropped the ball with his character development. In season 3 I did dislike him a bit the first time I watched it, but when I did my rewatch I didn't hate it as much as I did the first time, because I think I've grown as a person since watching that season as well. I understood his point of view a lot more, but I'd say his storyline the last 2 seasons haven't been as interesting to me as they were in seasons 1 and 2. Maeve is the one that's remained consistent, I'd say. She's the one that from the very beginning right up until the very end I've remained like, she is the best, she deserves the world. I hope she gets everything she asked for in life because she absolutely deserves it. But characters that really grew on me across the show are the Adams, the Michaels, like what the fuck, Amy. Like I really liked Amy at the start, but I didn't like her as much as everyone else did in season 1. Season 2 was where she really started coming around for me. Even before the assault storyline, but the assault storyline did bring her up a lot more. She was just comedic relief to me in season 1, whereas everyone kind of stand her back then even, and I was like, I don't see it. But now, one of the best characters, one of the best character arcs. Isaac as well. I bloody love Isaac. Although I never hated Isaac, so many people hated him at the end of season 2, whereas I was not one of them. But he is such a great character. Ruby as well. I don't love Ruby as much as other people do, but her character development has been really good. I liked the details they had in this episode of her like wearing her mum's clothes again, even though she used to get bullied for it. She said, I stopped letting my mum make clothes for me, but she's back to wearing them again. In a way, she's going back to her roots because she got to experience being alone again, and she realised how the guise of being the bitch isn't all it's cracked up to be. And I like the way they resolved the rift with O. I do think O should have done a bit more grovelling, if I'm honest. Ruby accepted it quicker than I expected, but I like that Ruby was the one that said the Cavendish thing to do is to give her a second chance, so we should. Her being the one to stand up for her, it shows that she is, you know, a bigger person than she used to be. If I had to like say who my favourite characters are, I could, for the whole show, I don't know what I could possibly say. I won't be doing a tier list because I think I've left it too late. No one really cares anymore, but I don't know who my favourite characters even are. It would also be too hard for me to do the whole show. That's why in the season 3 tier list, I only did season 3. And I think some people misunderstood that. But season 3... Oh, Jean as well. Jean has remained consistent for me too. God, how did I forget her? Yeah, I can't say who my actual favourite character is. I could say like my favourite character development is 100% Adam. In terms of favourite character across the whole damn show, I don't know. I can't choose. I love them all so much. Jackson, I know I haven't mentioned him. He's never been one of my top favourites, but I of course love him. And the way they went about his lineage storyline, I actually like the ending to that. I know it's horrible for him, but I thought when he was going out to search for his dad, I was thinking, why are you doing this? Like, I don't quite understand the thought. He had 2 parents that wanted him, that loved him. It shouldn't really matter where the sperm comes from, but to know that he never wanted him just proves, it makes his mums even better, and it makes me love his mums more, especially Sophia. She must not have been going out with Roz for long at all. She must have met her while pregnant and still decided to raise the baby, and she got so involved with him with all the swimming and stuff like that. She really, really loved him like her own, and he is her own. So much newfound respect for them after finding out the truth. In any future rewatches of the show, I'm dubious as to whether I would rewatch this season. I'm not someone that rewatches things and skips though. I was about to say I think I'd probably skip the new character scenes, but I just can't do that because I don't understand how people can watch things and skip through. Like, that OCD part of my brain cannot handle that kind of thing. Even on a rewatch, I can't skip. So I don't know what I do, because in a way I think season 3 was a really good ending. Besides, Michael wouldn't have been back in with his family, and the cliffhanger of who the father of Jean's baby was. I feel like that would have been a really great ending. Maeve going off to America, we never would have known what had happened with her and Otis. We just thought, oh, they're in a long distance relationship. I don't know whether I could just leave it there, because there's no episode I gave a 10 out of 10, and I have had like at least 3 10 out of 10s in seasons 1, 2 and 3. So they did kind of drop the ball a bit. It wasn't terrible, it just didn't feel the same. Too many storylines, they didn't have time to fit everything in. We didn't see enough of Adam and Michael's development. We got too much in the new characters, but all in all, I'm satisfied. And it does remain one of my favourite shows of all time. The characters alone make it that. Like, it's evident how attached I am to these characters because of how much I bloody cry at this show. I know I sound like I hated this season beyond belief, like it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's only because I love this show so much and I've rated every other season so highly. Like, I rated season 1 and 2 a 10. I rated season 3 a 9. I'd probably give this a 7. So that's not bad in any sense. A 7 out of 10 is literally defined as good. Every other season was exceptional, so I hold this show in such high regard, which is why I might have complained a lot this season. It's hard to touch on every storyline, so I can't remember what I've spoken about so far. Viv, I love that she finally sent Bo packing, but she didn't do it. She didn't do it with malice, even though she had every right to, but she was like, you clearly have issues and I hope you can work through them, but just leave me the hell alone. He does. I remember him saying that his dad had a stroke and he was talking about Viv to him, and even then I thought, wow, this is so early in your relationship to be talking. You haven't even like kissed or anything, or even told each other you like each other, but you're already talking to your dad about him. He obviously has struggles, but he can't be in a relationship if he's going to act like that. It's completely out of order, and he solidified himself as the worst new character for that alone. This is a great show though. I will miss these characters so much. I have so many comfort characters in this series, and it almost feels like letting go of my teenage years. I feel like, I don't know, because I was in college when this show started airing, and now I'm not in college anymore, that's for sure. I really thought we'd see them graduate and everything, but no. I missed Moordale this season though. Oh my god, did I miss Moordale. Maybe if it had been set at Moordale, even with the new characters and everything, maybe purely if Moordale had been the setting, I wouldn't have disliked it as much. I don't know, but I really missed the school. That's for sure. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for my reaction to season 4 episode 8 of Sex Education. If you want to watch my uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I like them sweet but naughty, pimples on the cheeks. I bet you taste like berries, so how could